Chairs on the tables like the skeletons of kings. The final note that the piano player sings. The amber light is dimming to a faint yellow glow. Watching the remaining little energies go. Like a book closing after the final sentence read. I'm organizing all the concepts in my head. The snare drum is a punctuation mark in the end of an afternoon with an invisible friend. The cafe is a harbor shutting down for the night. Everything is fading from the visible sight. Savoring the dregs of mahogany cold. A story that is finally organically been told. The open sign is flipped, the neon is dead. Just the rhythm of the lo-fi beat in my head. A final deep breath, a moment of zen. Waiting for the morning to start it again. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on a melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on a melody, no reason to stop. My flow is the echo in the back of the room, far from the noise and the societal doom. Like the last train running on a parallel track, I'm bringing the entire play they wrist to back to the ultimate comfort, the organic cure. Got the final definition that I needed for sure. It's a perfect circle completed at last, mixing the future and the present and the past in a mahogany cup on a wooden display. Thanking the universe for the perfect day. The archive is closed. Stay cozy, we out. Scent of the twilight, purple shadows on the steam. Pressed lavender leaves sitting on the windowsill, casting purple shadows on the comfortable chill. The aroma rising up like a spectral perfume, wiping all the heavy duty static out the room. Thoughts floating like the dust in the warm sepia light. Everything is moving but it's gonna be alright. The brush drums are a broom sweeping dust off the floor, leaving me thirsty and wanting some more of this organic remedy, this botanical cure. Keeping all my motivations perfectly pure. A contrast to the dark roast and the floral scent. Wondering where all the daily frantic energy went. A herbal antidote, a comfort for the soul, making all the fractured little energies whole. Like a sock off a guitar in the middle of a dream, floating organically on a lavender steam, yeah. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Flow is the lavender, consistent and calm, like an anointing oil, a spiritual balm. Every syllable is a blossom opening up, leaving a faint aroma deep in the cup. The road's keys dropping like the dew on the pedal, letting the frantic little anxiety settle. A twilight aesthetic in the heart of the day, letting the natural energies naturally play. Living life in lowercase, a gentle display, washing all the artificial worries away. Stay grounded, smell the flowers. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. in silhouette, casting shadows on the floor. An empty little sanctuary by the open door, waiting for a body to occupy the space. A temporary character in a regular place, like a throne of solitude in a crowded kingdom, waiting for the arrival of a momentary freedom. The hi-hats are snapping like a finger in the air, calling my attention to the empty wooden chair. I'm feeling the potential of a story unspun, watching how the golden hour catches on the one. A perfect geometry of wood and of light, a temporary exhibit in the middle of the night. Emptiness isn't sad, it's just a silent demand, like a canvas waiting for an artist's hand. Just a stationary object in a lo-fi groove, waiting for the time and for the universe to move. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop home, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop home, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. My rhymes are the ghost sitting down in the seat, occupying the position in a comfortable retreat, like the dust mote settling on the antique grain. I'm finding all the comfort in the absence of pain. The piano chords are like a shadow resting back, following the path of this organic track. I'm celebrating the quiet of a vacant spot, finding the magic in the things that are not. It's a mindful kind of vacancy, a peaceful display, letting all the imaginary anxiety sway. Seats open, take your time. Edges getting soft like a comfortable old shoe. 100 different choices that I previously knew. Ink slightly faded where the popularity lies, reflecting all the hunger of the observant eyes. Like a map of a country that I previously traveled, I'm watching how the history is organically unraveled. Dog-eared corners from the thousands of hands, a physical record of the culinary demands. The brush drum sweeping like a dusting of the text. I'm wondering which roasted inspiration is next. I'm studying the geography of a roasted bean, part of the environment, part of the scene. A catalog of comfort, a menu of peace, watching all the indecisive energy cease. Just choose a direction, let the flavor display, a temporary roadmap for the middle of the day. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. But lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. My lyrics are the options written down on the page, acting like a cure for the existential rage, like a local favorite that I always wanna get. I'm delivering the consistency you won't forget. The piano chords are like the classics on the list, a mellow little melody that I can't quite resist. I'm rewriting the menu with a lo-fi pen, inviting everybody to just come back again. Got the warm leather cover right here in my grip, savoring the options before I take another sip. I'll have the regular, as always. watch it disappear.
White square dropping in a mahogany sea. A tiny little island that is melting for me. Structured like a logic but dissolving in the heat. A granular submission to the bitter and the sweet. Like a snow cube vanishing under the July sun. I'm watching how the internal defenses are undone. Every grain is a worry that I used to hold tight. Disappearing organically into the coffee light. My ego is the cube, hard edged and defined. Letting go of the form, getting perfectly aligned with the fluid of the moment. The flow of the beat, washing all the unnecessary edges off the street. Yeah. A slow dissolution, a physical change. Nothing in this world really stays out of range. Just swirl it around, let the chemicals blend. Wait for the sweetness to arrive at the end. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are being like a drum. Smooth like the cream of resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Yeah. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are being like a drum. Smooth like the cream of resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Yeah. Flow is the liquid, capturing the taste, taking in the sweetness without any haste. Like the sugar circulating through the entire brew, I'm letting the natural positivity pass through. The road's piano notes are like the ripples on the top, manipulating the vibration, never letting it drop. A molecular poetry, a chemistry of chill. Sitting by the window on a wooden windowsill, I'm absorbing the flavor, letting it correct the mood. Got the ultimate sanctuary, organically brewed. Sweetness achieved, no gridlock. Resting up on the stand, waiting for the touch of an organic hand. Nylon strings quiet in the back of the room, casting a shadow in the afternoon gloom. A silent storyteller with a hole in the chest, taking a permanent musical rest. The snare drum brushing like a hand on the fret, paying off a heavy kind of melodic debt. I'm feeling the potential of the chords unplayed, living in the atmosphere the silence has made. A vintage little instrument catching the dust, a symbol of peace and a symbol of trust. No amplifier needed, no cables to run, just wood and some wire and a beam of the sun. A quiet companion in the corner of space, adding to the aesthetic of this beautiful place. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Yeah. Rhymes are the resonance deep in the wood, vibrating exactly like a miracle should. Like a capo locked tight on the second fret, I'm raising up the pitch of the mood that I set. The Rhodes piano mingling with the ghost of a strum, waiting for the ultimate climax to come. But we keeping it low, we
keeping it tame. We ain't looking for glory, we ain't looking for fame. Just stand up, cruise to corner in a lo-fi world, watching how the relaxing banners unfurl. Leave it unplugged, it sounds better that way.
Leather-bound journal with a coffee cup stain, holding all the thoughts of an overactive brain. Edges getting frayed from the wear and the tear, carrying this little black book everywhere. Ink bleeding through to the opposite side, a physical place where my secrets can hide. The base is the binding, keeping it tight, protecting all the visions I receive in the night. Scratching out a sentence, rewriting a word, trying to express what my spirit has heard. It's a tactile feeling, pen to the page, a paper sanctuary in a digital age. Dogged corners and a faded bookmark, a little bit of light in the middle of the dark. No batteries needed, no screen to go black, just me and the paper on this lo-fi track. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. My flow is the cursive, messy but real, documenting everything I physically feel, like an archive of peace in a chaotic zone. I'm building up a world that is strictly my own. The piano chords hit like a period mark, finishing a thought before the sky gets dark. A collection of moments, a diary of chill, sitting on the edge of the windowsill, frayed at the edges but solid at the core. I couldn't really ask for a single thing more. Got it all down, safe and sound. Safe and sound. Heavy eyelids, golden hour hitting just right. Yeah. A geometric patch of the afternoon light, hitting on the table, looking incredibly bright. Dust particles floating in the golden display, stealing on my conscious little effort to wait. Eyelids are heavy like a curtain of lead. Listen to the rhythm playing out in my head. A cat stretching out on the chair to my right, soaking up the warmth of the solar ignite. The snare drum is a lullaby, soft on the ear, making all the edges of the room disappear. Drifting on the border of awake and asleep, falling in a pocket that is cozy and deep. Yeah. Gravity pulling me down to the core. I don't wanna fight the sensation no more.
just a half-dream state in a comfortable haze. Lost in the middle of a golden sun maze. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. My thoughts are like the shadows stretching long on the floor. I don't really care about the hustle no more. Like a slow motion dive in the pool of the sun. I'm pausing the marathon before it's begun. The roads is a pillow for my wandering mind, leaving all the digital distractions behind. A momentary pause in the middle of the track, leaning on my heavy physical energy back. A sunbeam slumber in the heart of the day, letting all the melodies carry me away. Hey, 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 catching some rays. Hey, catching some Z's. Hey, 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 Everybody's got a destination. Silhouettes moving in the frame of the glass, watching all the heavy-coated pedestrians pass. A silent little movie playing out on the street, synchronized perfectly with the lo-fi beat. A businessman rushing with the phone to his ear, a couple holding hands, keeping everything near. Their kinetic energy, I'm static and still, watching from the top of my observational hill. The bass line humming like the traffic outside, going on a stationary musical ride. Every passing figure is a character drawn, fading in the mist of the early gray dawn. 100 different stories walking by in a blur, wrapped up in denim and leather and fur. I'm safe in the warmth of this viewing display, watching the universe carry away. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. My flow is the window, transparent and clear, reflecting all the movement without interfering here. Like a documentary without any sound, I'm keeping my philosophy close to the ground. The piano is a soundtrack for the strangers I see, living out their lives completely independently. A beautiful collision of the fast and the slow. I'm holding on to time while they let it all go. Just an audience of one in a comfortable seat, writing down a verse for the folks on the street. Keep moving, I'll stay right here. Before it fades, wipe my
microphone sitting on a bed of dark roast. A silent little morning that I'm giving a toast. Drawing out a leaf with the flick of the wrist. A masterpiece hidden in a milky white mist. A canvas, a creamer, and a porcelain frame. No signature needed, nobody to claim. The beauty is fleeting, disappearing in a sip. Leaving just a warm little feeling on the lip. The brush drums painting out the rhythm of the day. Washing all the complicated palettes away. A temporary sculpture melting down in the heat. Matching with the tempo of the boom bap beating. A melanated Darien beam. The quietest exhibit that you've ever seen. Swirl it around, watch the patterns unlace. A tiny little galaxy held in this space. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. My lyrics are espresso, dark and profound. Anchoring the airy little thoughts to the ground. Like the contrast of the colors in the middle of the cup. I'm balancing the lows with the energy up. The rose piano notes are like a delicate pour, leaving me thirsty and wanting some more. A craft and a science, a moment of zen. Waiting for the barista to do it again. I'm savoring the poetry hidden in the froth. Resting on the texture of a linen tablecloth. Perfect pour. Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Back to the wall. Best seat in the house. Yeah. Worn out leather with a tufted back. Sitting off the grid on a parallel track. A panoramic view of the quiet cafe. Watching how the local little characters play. Like a director sitting in a velvet chair, observing the drama unfolding in there. The shadows are long and the lighting is dim. I'm riding the frequency right on the rim. A sanctuary carved in the back of the room, far from the impending societal doom. The snare drum knocking on the wooden tabletop, a solitary rhythm that I never wanna stop. Hidden in plain sight, a ghost in the crowd, where thoughts can be silent and the music is loud. Just me and the notebook claiming this space, a permanent fixture in a transient place. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Yeah. No reason to stop. Yeah. My rhymes are the scuffs on the leather seat, a permanent marker, this lo-fi beat. Like a cat curled up in a sunlit square, I'm breathing in a piece of the indoor air. The roads, piano echoing off of the brick, making all the positive energy stick. A little isolation never hurt nobody yet, paying off my spiritual and mental debt. I'm the king of the corner, lord of the booth, searching for a quiet and agreeable truth. So leave me alone with this warm little cup. I'm letting all the comfortable feelings build up my spot. Don't even think about taking it, my spot. Don't even think about taking it. Ain't no reason to stop. Reason to stop.
Whisking the green in a shallow clay bowl, a grounding sensation taking hold of my soul. Heavy and rich like a forest in the mug, giving my internal energy a gentle little tug. The powder dissolving like the stress in my mind, leaving all the artificial flavors behind. Like a monk on a mountain, taking a sip, I'm feeling the tranquility right on my lip. The brush drums clicking like bamboo sticks, mixing up the rhythm in a beautiful fix. A vibrant green contrast to the sepia tone, sitting in this wooden little corner alone. Bittersweet balance, a natural hue, changing my perspective and my point of view. Swirling it slow, letting it blend, waiting for the afternoon shadows to bend. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. My words are the leaves, harvested with care, spreading out an organic vibe in the air, like the steam rising off of the emerald lake. I'm mindful of every decision I make. The base is the root pulling deep in the soil, a moment of peace from the daily turmoil. A frothy little melody, smooth to the taste, moving with purpose and lacking the haste. The piano is a breeze through a bamboo grove, guiding the direction that my spirit wants to roll. A botanical cure for a concrete day, washing all the artificial worries away. Taste the cable knit armor, protecting my chest, putting all the seasonal shivers to rest. The wind knocking hard on the heavy glass door, but I'm feeling warmer than I ever felt before. Sleeves pulled down right over the palms, enjoying the quiet and the indoor calms. Like a sheep on a mountain in a coat of thick wool, my cup and my spirit are incredibly full. The snare hits crisp like a step in the snow, but the bass is the fireplace burning below. A contrast of temperatures outside and in, shedding the goosebumps right off of my skin. Frost on the edges, but cozy at the core. Don't need to step out of the sanctuary door. Just wrap yourself up in a cotton embrace, finding the slow in a fast-moving space. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Yeah, lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. My flow is the fabric, thick and secure, a seasonal remedy, an organic cure. Like a scarf wrapped twice around a freezing neck, I'm keeping all the negative breezes in check. The keys are a blanket thrown over the chair, a textured little melody floating in air. I'm tucked in the corner, a hermit moment of peace, watching all the outdoor frenzy cease. Just a warm silhouette in a chilly afternoon, humming right along to a lo-fi tune. So let the wind howl and let the leaves fall. I'm perfectly insulated from it all. Stay bundled. It's cold out there. Corkboard covered in these little white squares. Memories of laughter in the comfortable chairs. Edges curling up like a dry autumn leaf, offering a moment of visual relief. Faces from the past with a vintage hue, reminding me of days when the feeling was new. Like a flash in the dark, caught a piece of the soul, putting all the fragments back into a whole. The brush drum sweeping like a hand on a print, leaving just a shadow and a subtle little hint of a conversation lingering right in the air. I'm sitting in the present, but my spirit is there, developing slowly, emerging from white. A chemical magic in the cafe light. Keep it in your pocket or pin it to the wall. These tiny little moments are catching us all. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. My lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody. My rhymes are the borders holding everything in, a snapshot of peace where the worries run thin, like the focus adjusting on a vintage lens, surrounded by the warmth of invisible friends. The piano chords flash like a camera bow, sinking deep down to the core of the pole. A physical memory you can hold in your hand, transporting me back to a comfortable land. Nostalgia is heavy but the rhythm is light. Everything is balanced in the middle of the night, just flipping through the deck of the days gone by, underneath the shelter of an indoor sky. Shake it at home. Let the colors show. Corkboard covered in these little white squares. Memories of laughter in the comfortable chairs. Edges curling up like a dry autumn leaf, offering a moment of visual relief. Faces from the past with a vintage hue, reminding me of days when the feeling was new. Like a flash in the dark, caught a piece of the soul, putting all the fragments back into a whole. The brush drum sweeping like a hand on a print, leaving just a shadow and a subtle little hint of a conversation lingering right in the air. I'm sitting in the present, but my spirit is there, developing slowly, emerging from white. A chemical magic in the cafe light. Keep it in your pocket or pin it to the wall. These tiny little moments are catching us all. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where
the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer, resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. My lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer, resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody. My rhymes are the borders holding everything in. A snapshot of peace where the worries run thin. Like the focus adjusting on a vintage lens. Surrounded by the warmth of invisible friends. The piano chords flash like a camera bulb, sinking deep down to the core of the pole. A physical memory you can hold in your hand, transporting me back to a comfortable land. Nostalgia is heavy but the rhythm is light. Everything is balanced in the middle of the night. Just flipping through the deck of the days gone by. Underneath the shelter of an indoor sky. Shake it at home. Let the colors show.
Just a light shower of some midnight streams. Just a light shower, wash a midnight streets clean. Midnight hours dripping like the rain from the eaves. The street lights reflecting on the wet autumn leaves. The city is asleep, but my mind is awake. Finding all the comfort in the quiet I make. Like a canvas painted with the watery brush. I'm finding my center in the middle of the hush. The road's keys dropping like the dew on the glass. Watching all the shadows of the evening pass. Every single snare, here's a drop on the roof. A rhythmic little reminder and organic proof that the world keeps spinning even when we sit still. Looking at the neon from this windowsill. Umbrellas are folded, the pavement is slick. The hands on the clock making one lazy tick. Breathing the petrichor, earthy and deep, while the rest of the neighborhood falls into sleep. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on a melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on a melody, no reason to stop. My flow is the drizzle, consistent and light. Wrapping up the edges of the shivering night. Like a lonely little taxi rolling down on the block. I'm cruising on the tempo, never watching the clock. The baseline is a puddle, reflecting the glow, showing me the direction that I needed to go. Warming up my hands on a porcelain cup, keeping all the positive vibrations up. A midnight sonata for the wandering soul, making all the fractured little energies whole. Just me and the weather and its lo-fi beat, finding my heaven in this window seat. Let it pour, let it pour. Let it pour, let it pour. We're safe inside. Let it pour, let it pour. We're safe inside. Hold on to it. Let the warmth spread. Yeah. Ceramic sitting heavy in the palms of my hands. A tiny little heater making quiet demands. The heat spreading out like a morning sunrise, opening up my tired and weary eyes like a little personal sun on a wooden desk, making the atmosphere feel picturesque. Steam rising up like my fleeting thoughts, untying all my mental and physical knots. The feeling is tactile, grounding me down, far away from the noise of the concrete town. A simple little comfort, basic and pure, acting like a natural organic cure. Fingers wrapped around the heavy white clay, keeping all the chills of the season at bay. Close my eyes, take a breath, let it sink in. Yeah, this is exactly where the healing begins. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the cream of resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the cream of resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. The coffee is a blanket for the inside soul, making my fragmented energy hold like a fireplace crackling right in my grip, taking in the peace with every single sip. My rhymes are the ripples on the surface of black, reflecting all the positive energy back. The brush drum sweeping like a gentle stroke, laughing at an inside personal joke, finding all the joy in the things you can touch. Sometimes a little is really so much, yeah, that hits the spot. Stay cozy. Look at all these lights resting on the wood. Spines on the shelf like the ribs of a giant, standing in the quiet, completely defiant. Pages smelling like a forest after the rain, washing out the stress in the daily strain. Thousands of words sleeping tight in the dark, waiting for a reader to ignite the spark. I'm surrounded by the ghosts of the authors of old, feeling like a part of a story retold. Dust falling down like a golden snow in the warm yellow light of the vintage glow. Every cover is a door to a different dimension, relieving all my modern and physical tension. Leather and paper, an organic scent, wondering where all the history went. Open up a chapter, let the narrative play, finding an escape from the middle of the day. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop home, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the cream of resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop home, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the cream of resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. My lyrics are the bookmarks holding the place, navigating through the comfortable space like a librarian, sorting out the thoughts in my head, choosing to focus on the peaceful instead. The snare drum tapping like a finger on the text, wondering what beautiful sentence is next. A mountain of knowledge in a cozy retreat, matching with the tempo of the lo-fi beat. Sitting in the corner with a classic in hand, drifting right away to a fictional land. Yeah. Save your pace, we'll come back tomorrow.
bitter end, this inspiration right there. Aroma hitting like an invisible muse, wiping out the blues and lighting up the fuse. Dark brown magic resting down in the cup, picking all my heavy-hearted energy up. The bitter and the sweet playing tug-of-war, leaving me knocking on the creative door. My thoughts are brewing, slowly dripping through the mesh, keeping all the concepts and the poetry fresh, like a roasted bean breaking under the weight. I'm opening up and accepting my fate. The flavor is a stanza, the warmth is a rhyme, capturing a moment in a bottle of time. Dark and complex, like a novel I read, feeding on the quiet that my spirit is fed. Take a little sip, let the verses unfold, stories in the steam that are waiting to be told. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. No reason to stop. Yeah. The mug is a campfire, warming up my hands, journeying through the most comfortable lands. My flow is the espresso, concentrated and deep, waking up the ideas that were falling asleep. Like the barista, pulling down on the bar, I'm bringing down the melodies from a distant star. Liquid mahogany, smooth on the tongue, making me feel like the evening is young. Every single drop is a word on the page, acting like a cure for the digital age. Yeah. Just let the piano talk for a second. That's the flavor. Poetry in a cup, drink it down. Drink it down.
Voices blending up like colors on a palette, soft as a strike from a velvet covered mallet. Strangers sharing stories in a comfortable blur. Everything is wrapped in a beautiful purr. Laughter like the wind chimes catching on the breeze, putting my wandering spirit right at ease. Words are just notes in a symphony of chill, sitting by the window on the wooden sill. Yeah, I don't need to listen, I just feel the vibration, lost in the middle of a gentle oscillation. The brush drum sweeping like a broom on the floor. I don't think I need to ask for anything more. It's a language that I don't need to speak, finding all the quiet hideaways that I seek. Just nod your head, let the frequency ride. Nowhere left to run, nowhere left to hide. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Yeah. Murmurs in the air like a comfortable blanket, putting all my peace in the middle of a bank. Yeah, like a soft acoustic strumming in the back of the mind, leaving all the heavy expectations behind. I'm a shadow in the corner, sipping on the brew, looking at the world from a different point of view. The syllables fall like autumn leaves on the street, landing right in time with the boom bap beat. Everybody's talking but the volume is low, watching how the energy naturally flows. It's just background music for the soul. fast hands moving on a faded white face, setting the tempo for this comfortable space. Time is a river, but the water is slow. Taking a minute just to watch the current go. Oh, I'm anchored down like a ship in a quiet bay, watching the golden afternoon turn into gray. Every tick is a heartbeat, steady and true, painting my perspective in a different kind of hue. The pendulum swinging like a mesmerizing charm, keeping all the chaos from doing any harm. Dust most dancing in the slanted yellow light. Everything is moving, but it feels so right, like a photograph caught in a frame. Nothing here is ever rushing the game. Just sip it slow, let the melody steep. Promises to keep, but they ain't that deep. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on a melody, no reason to stop. Yeah, hours melting down like a candle in the dark, leaving behind a little glow and little spark. My flow is a hammock strung between the two trees, swinging in the rhythm of a gentle little breeze, like an old jazz record spinning around on the deck, keeping all the negative vibrations in check. I'm a silent observer in a world full of sound, finding the magic in the things that I found. No digital alarms, just the organic chime, living in the pocket of this beautiful time. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Take your time, take your time, take your time. We got plenty of it. Between the memories like a lavender sprig, think about the small things, never minding the big. A floral undertone in a world made of dust, finding someone quiet that my spirit can trust. The hi-hats are snapping like a twig in the breeze, putting all the heavy-duty worries at ease. I'm a tailor of the vibe, sewing silence into sound, keeping both my feet on the comfortable ground. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. My cadence is a blanket, keeping out the cold. A story for the young and a comfort for the old. Like the herb in the tea, I'm a soothing kind of soul, playing out my part and my designated role. The road's piano notes are like a purple twilight sky, watching all the clouds and the worries pass by. It's a lavender lifestyle, calm and serene, the most peaceful character you've ever seen. Stay calm.
Smell the flowers.
That warm glow makes everything look better. Yeah.
amber light spilling like a secret on the floor. I don't really need a single thing anymore. Just a pocket full of rhythm and a head full of peace. Watching all the mental limitations finally cease. The kick drum is a knock on a heavy oak door, inviting in the calmness that I've been looking for. I'm moving in the fabric of this mustard yellow seat, finding my identity in every single beat. Yeah. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer, resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. Lost in the rhythm of the coffee shop hum, where the past and the present are beating like a drum. Smooth like the creamer, resting right on the top. We just coasting on the melody, no reason to stop. But flowing like the honey, golden and slow, following the path where the melodies go. Like a vintage bowl burning with filament of gold, I'm shining on the stories that have never been told. The piano is a river and I'm drifting on a raft, mastering the subtle little details of the craft. Everything is cozy, everything is in its place. I can see the future in the lines of the space. Turn it down.